Alright, so I am one of the creators of Seeking Lesbian Love. I have hiccups, I'm sorry. Uh, my name's Alyssa, I also go by Ace. Um, I think it was kind of appropriate for me to do videos as well because I'm here to help people come out and to help people cope with things, relationships. I'm really good at that kind of stuff. So, I've been asked, what's my story, right? How do you know so much? How have you been through so much? How can you give people advice when you haven't even been through stuff? I may not have been through stuff, but I help people get through it, and I'm too caring, I guess. So, I'm involved with everything, and I like helping people. So, I'm going to tell you two coming out stories. One is mine, and one is my ex-girlfriend's who I came out with. So, here we go. I was 12, and I told this girl that I had a dream about her, and it was a dream. And like I kissed her or something, and she freaked out, and I didn't know what gay was. I didn't. What's a lesbian? What's bisexual? I didn't know any of that. Okay. In my world, there was video games, there was food, there was music, Britney Spears, and playing outside and riding four wheelers. That was my life. Okay. I hadn't been involved with people. I mean, I dated guys, but they didn't do nothing, right? Okay, I am the guy in the relationship, and I always beat them up, always. So, as I was saying, I didn't know what gay was. Okay, I wasn't there. So, I told this girl my dream, and she basically harassed me and told everybody that I was a freak, right? And I didn't know what was going on. Woo. So, um, I joined the basketball team my seventh grade year, and I had this crush on this girl, and all my friends were talking about guys and how sexy they were and how wonderful they were, but I was just like, ew. And I liked this girl, and I didn't know why. So, I never told her, and we hung out and everything, and like she would lay between my legs sometimes, and I didn't. What is she doing? And we'd share drinks and stuff, and I would get like big butterflies. And one night she fell asleep and she was holding my hand. That was the craziest feeling in the world. Like, I felt like I was doing something wrong. But she was older than me, so I was like, well, she must know what she's doing, so I'm just gonna go with the flow. Well, it turns out she's beautiful now, but she's not gay. And then the next year, when I was in 8th grade, I ran into a girl who caught my eye immediately. I knew there was something different. She had a really deep voice, and she was preppy yet athletic, the tilty kind. And her voice was deep, and she was kind of tomboyish too. And we became best friends, and I fell for this girl, and we hung out for the first time. Okay, first time we ever hung out. She came to my house to pick me up. I was 14 at this time, and she came in my um, hallway, and she was looking at my baby photos, and that's embarrassing. So I was like trying to push her not to look, and like she backed her ass up on my crotch, and I got these feelings like, I want you, and I didn't know what was going on. I was like, what is this? What is this feeling? And we ended up going back to her house, and we fought over a baseball bat. Out of all things, she was a softball player, and I played basketball, so we were fighting over a baseball bat or something, and she ended up on top of me, and I was like in heaven, like boobs in my face, this girl's hair's coming down on me, I'm like, so, yeah, I was dying, right? And, I was like, I gotta tell you something, but I don't want you to freak out, and she's like, what, you can tell me anything, we're best friends. I was like, that's just the thing, best friends shouldn't want this. So she's like, go ahead, tell me. I was like, for some reason, I want to put my hand down your pants. I don't know why. So, I told her that. And we didn't kiss, we didn't do any of that, but she didn't freak out. We like grinded on each other and like we took everything but our bra and our shorts off and we were like moving on each other and stuff. I was like dying, you know, like and like the July 4th, it was 2007, I got my first kiss, my first everything with this girl, right? Never been sexually active before and she hadn't either. So we just did it. And I did not know what I was doing. I didn't know you could do those things to a girl, like seriously. Okay. So after we hung out, one time she went home and my mom, earlier that day, she was sitting in my lap on a chair, like who thought anything of it? And I mean there was other chairs she could have sat in, but she sat in my lap. And when she left that day, my mom called me outside on the porch and she was like, Alyssa, I gotta tell you something. I was like, oh no, my cell phone bill went over, I'm grounded, oh my god. So she's like, there's something I've known about you since you were about 7. Okay, when I was 7 years old, I was playing with toy guns, wearing military camo stuff. I had the the bowl cut. Yeah, I did. And she's like, "You're gay." I was like, "What?" She's like, "Alyssa, you're gay. You're a lesbian." And I was like, "Oh my god." And she's like, "We know about the whole thing with you and her name, and it's okay, you know, as long as you're happy and you guys are having fun, you know." That was it. I'm out, you know. My parents knew, they loved me, but about a month and a half later, her parents found out, and religion got involved, and religion just conquers everything, you know. And I was told that I was going to hell, and she cracked and told him everything, and I wasn't gonna tell him that I fucked their daughter, you know. So I was gonna lie about it and say we were just friends, but she cracked. So we got separated, and for about 6 months, these people came to my house and harassed me and told me I was a devil and I'm sick and I turned their daughter gay and all this other stuff. So I was just demented and evil and all that stuff. And her parents still think that she's straight, but she's not. She's extremely gay. And you know, I'm loud and proud and everything. Her coming out story is basically being found out by me and her and her parents, and that's pretty much her coming out story. It's not a very positive one. I mean, mine just slapped me in the face. You're gay. But I never had the whole I hate you. Why is my daughter gay? But she went through that. Like, there's one word I can't stand. It's queer. And the reason I don't like it is because she was on the phone crying with me, and her dad came in the room, and he's like, "Don't tell me my daughter's a effing queer," and she dropped the phone. And right then, I knew that we had been caught again. Like, we kept going after we kept getting caught. Like, we were inseparable for 2.5 years. Like, I love this girl. I was gonna do anything for this girl. I put her initials on my arm, everything. Like, I loved her. And you know, I got a big heart, and I'm really committed, and I couldn't leave her. Should have, but I couldn't, and ended up screwing me over in the end. But that's another story for another day.